That they're held accountable for the pain that we all walk with. We thank you for your family. And I thank you, soldiers, as we get ready to go on up this road, that you celebrate life. Celebrate life today. Take your grief, take your pain, and let's use it to organize. Organize for change. All right, let me get up.
Today we are here to remember our brothers that have been killed, unarmed brothers that have been killed by police officers in Georgia. So many of these cases have been lifted up all around the country, and you hear the big names, but we haven't heard a lot about the names that we're lifting up today. We haven't heard a lot about Kevin Davis. We haven't heard a lot about Anthony Hill. We haven't heard a lot about Nicholas Thomas.
It's not just over the last week, but over the months. Response of working people from all backgrounds. Put enough pressure on grounds. Put enough pressure on the state's attorney and the powers that be in Baltimore to file charges against these officers, and even to get that is a big victory.
We haven't heard any more about Katherine Johnson. And so today, we're here just in memory of these people.
I'm devastated. I'm proud of my people. And I'm just going through a lot of things, and I think we're all working through it together.
All right.
We are sorry that this society is so fucked up that it'll take your family before it's their time. I apologize for my words, but I'm mad it's not. I've been fighting this system for almost 20 years. I've been begging them to stop killing my people, and every time another body drops, my soul crashes further and further. But we ain't gonna stop. We was here before they dropped, and we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna continue to make sure that this system holds your family up, that they are held accountable for what they have done.
This and what are we doing?
We protesting, man, for equal rights and equal justice. We feel like the police force is not protecting and serving the community. The dog pound treat the dogs better than the police treat the people. So it's totally, you gotta change. So I'm here to stand up for my rights and other people's rights.
Okay, give us your name again.
Antoine Brown.
All right then. So today is a special day. What's going on today?
You see, the hearse is here, and we're following the hearse, trying to let the community know what it will look like if this continue to happen. We are going to be extinct if we continue to let the police officers treat us the way they be treating us, unfairly, unruly. We deserve to be treated right. We are citizens. We do pay our taxes, we do pay their salaries, so we need to be treated fairly. And that's all we're asking for.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. How you doing, and what's your name, and what you doing here?
My name is Sierra, and I'm here to pay my respects to all the people who have lost their lives in the past few months.
All right then, so what's your, we've seen this on TV and everything, so what's your opinion? I mean, what do you really think about this?
Well, I think it's important for people to know that, everyone's lives matter, and this is super important to recognize that people are dying unjustly, and they deserve the same respect that anyone else does.
All right then. Okay, thank you very much for Kay. So where are we at, and what are we doing here this morning in this beautiful sun-shining Saturday morning? I mean, you could be at home.
I mean, that ain't bad, but yeah, well, we're here we're all from Kennesaw State University, and we're just trying to show our support and just make it known that Black Lives Matter, and trying to do our thing, help the community fight institutionalized racism, and yeah.
All right then, and what's your name?
Casey.
All right, and what's your name and what you think about it?
My name's Melinda, and I'm here in solidarity with all the victims of police brutality and basically celebrating potential justice in the future.
All right then. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing? I'm Ariel Greenaway, and I'm just here just to show my support and show that I care and I stand in solidarity for those lives that's been lost.
Okay, so people been choked to death and backs been broken and all kind of stuff happening, you know, at the hands of our officers that's supposed to be serving us. I mean, what you think about this? What's the real deal on this?
The real deal is that we have systematic racism. That's why we have broke backs. That's why we have people being shot in their back, walking away from police. It's just the fact that we have to change the system. We have to disrupt the system and seek that change that we're looking for.
All right then. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
We want our
They want to talk to you from 11 Family.
Okay.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, it'd be best to talk to her, okay?
All right then. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
So if ever I know you don't like to introduce sorry, people love
Issue. Big victory yesterday.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Well, the protests, not just over the last week, but over the months. Response of working people from all backgrounds put enough pressure on the state's attorney and the powers that be in Baltimore to file charges against these officers, and even to get that is a big victory. Now we have to fight for prosecution, because sometimes they'll arrest people, file charges, but then do they prosecute the case? And so we have to keep up the pressure and broaden out the movement and get more working people involved. That's the key. More unions, more churches, more community groups, and the activities have to make that possible. In other words, disciplined, well-organized protest. Bigger and bigger. Okay.
So what's your name and who you represent?
My name's Susan Lamont. I'm from the Socialist Workers Party for many years, and this is our paper, our great paper, The Militant.
All right.
Comes out every week. Okay.
Okay, thank you much.
O'Neill. I'm with Rise Up Georgia, and we're out here today for a Black Lives Memorial. And today we're coming together for healing. Today's a day to remember and lift up these brothers, Anthony Hill, Kevin Davis, Kendrick Johnson, the brothers in the press, Nicholas Thomas. The brothers in the press have basically forgot about. With so much going on in the country now, and these other cases that are getting media publicity, we don't want these brothers to be forgotten. So we're here today to lift them up and just let the world know that we're down here in Georgia hurting today.
Yes.
And so we want to come together in a space together where we can heal and remember them.
Don't forget Katherine Johnson.
Don't forget Katherine Johnson.
Yes, indeed.
And so this is what we're here for today. And we want the community to come out and we want the community to support us. But we also want the community to keep pushing for just, this has got to stop.
Yes.
This has got to stop.
Yes, indeed.
And so just for us to be more aware in our community.
All right then. And give us the name of this organization again that's sponsoring this.
This is Rise Up Georgia.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Rise Up Georgia, we have been in the street since August, and we have done protests against these police murders that have been going on. We've been doing protests because we haven't gotten any indictments, and we're basically being ignored. The GBI has picked up these cases, but we haven't heard anything else back. And so we're out here. We're out here. There's several organizations that are with us out here. It's bigger than you, the community. And we just want more of you in the street. We want more of you in the street.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
I'm here to protest the mass incarceration and systemic murder of Black, brown, indigenous people in this country. and to mourn the lives that are lost as a result of this.
Okay, so we've all seen this on TV, and what was your first response when you saw all this going on? I mean,
my first response was not surprise. I don't know. I think I'm used to this feeling. I think we're all used to this feeling a little bit. At least when I heard about the murder. I think the work has been being done for a long time, but I think it's finally getting the attention that it deserves. Maybe not even enough attention as it deserves. But I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of things. I'm devastated, I'm proud of my people, and I'm just going through a lot of things, and I think we're all working through it together.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Name and where are you from?
Lauren, I'm from Maryland.
Okay, and I understand that we've seen some items on television that had to do with our protect and serve force. What do you think about the actions there and what we've seen?
And I think it's egregious. We need to hold them accountable. That's why we're here. We raise visibility for that.
Right then. So you've come out here today. I mean, you could be any place. I mean, but you're here today. Why are you here?
It's for solidarity, to try to be an ally, I guess, as best we can, and to try to just really talk about what we can do, what our role is.
All right then. Thank you so much for sharing. Your name and where you're from, and what are you doing here today?
I'm Latoya. I'm from upstate New York. I'm here. I actually recently just lost my cousin in upstate New York to police brutality. So, I mean, I haven't really had a chance to come out and do any sort of marches or support the cause. So that's why I'm here today.
So today is it?
Yes.
All right then. So you could be many other places today.
I could be sleeping, could be outside lounging, but I'm here.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, what's your name and where you're from?
My name is Akintunde Oladere. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm currently a senior computer science major at Morehouse College.
Okay, and what are you doing here today? I mean, you could be playing golf or something.
Well, I know, but I feel like it's our obligation as African Americans and as people of color who've been oppressed for multiple generations to come out and recognize those who've been lost to us here at this memorial, here on the spot on Saturday morning. So I just thought I'd come out and give my support.
All right then, and what do you think about these atrocities?
Well, in regards to the atrocities, all of it is perpetuated through ignorance and white supremacy. It's up to us to take personal responsibility to acquire the information necessary to combat white supremacy. However, it's necessary for us to recognize also the power that white oppression has in the institutions around us in society and to spread that knowledge to people out within the community. So I just wanted to kind of come here and help people recognize that information today.
Okay, so you mentioned white supremacy. Now some people don't understand that you could be black and be a part of white supremacy. Can you talk about that?
Oh yeah, well, white supremacy can be perpetuated through a black person through various mediums. One would be the concept of black stigmas. That would be the stereotypes we apply to other black people, which simply aren't true, such as black criminality, black irresponsibility, black dishonesty. Those are all just misconceptions, and it's applied to us in an unruly dynamic, and it's really not fair.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Oh yes, thank you so much for having me.
All right then. So who we talking to?
My name is Yolanda Everett, and I am with New Order Human Rights Organization, and we are for the people. This is an atrocity that is going on all our lives from the moment that we landed in this nation, and we've been lied on, mistreated, disrespected, but now it's time for us to stand up, unite together, and stand out for what we are, who we are, and what we stand for. No more misleading of the media, their history. It's time for our history and who we are and our recognition. They bomb Black Wall Street. Back in the day. That was the first time for bombs to be released in the United States. But it was released on our people. It's time to stand up, people. Let's go.
All right then. So let me ask you, today is a special day here in Atlanta. Why? Because Atlanta stands up and represent. So tell us why you specifically are here and what is the aftermath of this?
Well, you're speaking to an individual who's had her father murdered, her sister murdered, 2 of her nephews who were murdered, and their bodies never recovered. This is a serious issue. That's somebody's brother, that's somebody's child, that's somebody's husband, that's somebody's uncle. Black mothers have been crying for years, tears, praying for this moment right here. And it's time for the women. We're calling for the 1 million mother march. We're calling for mothers, like that mother on television up in Baltimore who went and got her son. We are standing up, we're standing out, and we're crying out to a nation that needs to pay attention. These are human lives. They can't change their skin color.
All right then. Thank you so much for sharing.
I've been with Rise Up Georgia since August.
Okay. And so what are you guys doing here today?
Today we are here to remember our brothers that have been killed, unarmed brothers that have been killed by police officers in Georgia. So many of these cases have been lifted up all around the country, and you hear the big names, but we haven't heard a lot about the names that we're lifting up today. We haven't heard a lot about Kevin Davis. We haven't heard a lot about Anthony Hill. We haven't heard a lot about Nicholas Thomas. We haven't heard any more about Katherine Johnson. And so today, we're here just in memory of these people.
Okay, and what are you guys going to do inside?
It's a memorial. It's a memorial service. It's a place for us to come together as a community and to heal from what's been going on. We want the community to see us as people that have feelings. We cry and we mourn for our brothers and sisters. And that's what we're here for today.
Okay. For you personally, like, what does this mean for you to see this come together?
For me personally, this is awesome. The turnout is awesome. Our time together is time together in love and peace and unity and healing, and that's what we need.
Anything else you want to say?
I just say rise up Georgia. Rise up and come out, be aware of what's going on in your community, and speak out on what's going on in your community. You have a voice, and it's time to use it.
Hey everyone, who has a Toyota RAV4? Gray Toyota. Gray Toyota RAV4. RAV4. There we go. I was like, how do you count that?
Great.
Zora Wall.
Okay, and why are we here today?
Well, we're here to remember our brothers and even maybe their sisters we don't know about who have been unjustly murdered at the hands of injustice, and my son happened to be one of those young men.
Okay, so Black Lives Matter. I mean, this is at the hands of police, the hands of anybody, right?
Correct. Yeah, Black lives do matter. People of color matter. Actually, all of us matter. But it seems to be a trend that Black lives doesn't matter, and we as a people have to come together to say they do. I mean, killing our young men, it doesn't take all that. Being shot 12 times, as my son was, even in the back, it doesn't take all that. And when they're hostage heists, most of them come out alive. So why can't our young men of color, come out alive and get an opportunity to revive their life, even if they are wrong, So we come to remember them. All of these people are out here so that we can do a memorial for the lives that they live, and prayerfully we can continue their spirit along. And we really want to encourage all people of color to come out and stand. You have other people of other races out here. Where are our people of color? We need to come together, not getting caught up in it's just about you and your household, because if we're not careful, it will show up at your home, your neighborhood.
Okay, so you mentioned your son.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
My son, Zayas Burnett, he was murdered in May. He was shot down by 2 Atlanta police, and it wasn't just white, it was a black and a white officer. In May of 2013, he lived 21 days and then he died. And they shot him 12 times. And in their eyes, he was a threat because he had a licensed weapon in a holster after being attacked and trying to get to his car. He was trying to go to his car with his licensed weapon in a holster, and when they ran up on him, he began to surrender. He was getting ready to lay to the ground, and they just started shooting and kept shooting. And so, this is important that it stops. It was Trayvon, then it was Zayas, then it's, the next person and the next person, and it seems like it's a trend. And somehow, some way, from our president down to the homeless person on the corner, we have to come together and say enough is enough. Our lives do matter. My son is a college graduate. He was a military veteran where he was an MP, and he was getting ready to go to law school. He was a very respectful young man, and yet he was shot down like a mere dog, like an animal, who is trying to destroy someone when he wasn't. He was trying to get to a car to protect himself. So Black lives matters, and we say justice for not just Zayas, but justice for all of us, because eventually, after they kill up all our black men, then guess what? We're next. All our people of color. And so we need a change, because lives matter. We need to preserve life instead of the option being kill them. Let's rehabilitate, even if they're wrong. Let's stop them, but rehabilitate them so that they can change. God gives us an opportunity to change, and He forgives us. So why can't we give each other an opportunity to change and be forgiven?
That's right. So what do you have to say to the other mothers who children are safe at home, or not haven't had this type of engagement, but the time is now? What do you have to say?
I say to all mothers out there, you are not protected, you are not safe. I am a woman of God, my son was a man of God, and guess what? I wouldn't have never thought in a million years that my son would be shot down by the 2 law enforcement officers that he respected and stood for. And father, 23-year on the police department. And so I would say to you, get involved, because it can happen to you. It can happen to your nephew, your cousin, your son. And you don't want to wait until it happens. We want to stop it. I don't want it to happen to your son. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I do not wish this pain that I go through. And, to proceed with that, we started an organization to reach out to young boys to teach them how to positively respond in any situation. And so we ask that you join an organization such as Justice from A to Zayas, or any positive organization that is standing for doing what's right and standing to protect our young people, period. Come out of your gated communities. Come out of your churches. Come out of your big-time jobs, doctors, lawyers, no matter who you are. This is not about, as you all would say, thugs. These young men are not thugs. My son was well respected in the community. He was a college graduate. He was an educator. He was going to law school. It doesn't matter who you are, the color of your skin. when really it's going to get to that and what position you hold. I say to the rappers, I say to the actors and actresses, I say to our president and every political office, we need to take a stand and come together to say no more. No more officers being crooked and corrupt and just shooting people, shooting our young men, choking them to death. No more. We're tired. And for those who criticize those with the rioting, you never know how you're going to act until it happens to you. No, I didn't riot. But guess what? I wanted to kill 2 police, but I didn't because of the grace of God that rises up in me. But it took years of that. From 16, accepting Christ and growing, it took years for me to be able to know and make a wise decision and be a wise woman. Those young people may not have the maturity level that I have or you have. So what we need to do is go and stand by them and say, no, we're not going to tear up the community, but we are going to do something. They don't know nothing else to do. They're scared. I'm scared. I have a licensed weapon. I'm scared that if I'm walking from my to my house in the night, that you're going to shoot me down with a licensed weapon. I'm scared. We're all scared. But I trust and know that God has my covering, but he also tells us to be wise. He also put us here to help each other. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Come out and support, because this is what we need. We need to stand together as one force together so this can stop, so they can hear us. Stop running to the malls, spending up all your money. Put money into the lives of our young people. Stop, doing all these other things as if it's important and that the black lives don't matter. Black lives should matter to all of us. All of us.
Well, tell us this, the fraternal order police, I mean, shouldn't they be harder on the police in this type of thing? Because as these cases come up, it's harder for the police to so-called do their job. It makes it difficult. So should not they come against the police instead of standing up for them?
No, we're not. We have to come against the things that are wrong, whether it's the police or whoever. But one of our problems is we have police who are supposedly the good cops, but you're not saying anything. They need to stand up too, because you know what? They saying, well, I got a family to feed. Well, we have a family to feed too, and we're trying to save our young people. You have to stand up. If you know it's wrong, then you need to take a stand and say it's wrong. And yes, the police are supposed to be there to protect and to serve. We want to trust you all. So for the good cops, come out here, work with us, help us with these youth, help us with our young people. Make a statement that you're against this, because guess what? What happens when it's your son? You're not oblivious to this. You know it can happen to your son, but you think because the code that runs through the legal department is going to protect your son, not when a rookie don't know you. It can be your son, because guess what? It was my ex-husband's, who 23 years on the police force in New Orleans, it was his son that was shot down like a dog, shot down and murdered. So it can happen to you. So we're not against all police. We're not against any of all anything. There are bad people in everything. There are crooked lawyers. There are crooked doctors. There are crooked teachers. We have an issue that those of us who try to obey the law and do what's right, that we come together, and that doesn't matter what your position is, what your race is. If you are the good cops, then come out and stand with us. Come out and be with us. Come out and teach our young boys that you are for them, and our young ladies that you're not against them. Come out and stand up for what is right.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. So who are we talking with?
My name is Copperman.
All right, and
Jimmy Reiner.
Okay, and so why are you here? What do you think about all this?
I'm here to support the Memorial March because Black lives do matter, and there's too much killing going on. There's too much killing going on, unnecessary killing by police and also by people. Like lives matter. Let's stop killing each other. And we need to stop this police and bring more awareness to what's going on in the city and all around the country, because it's happening every day. And it's just too much. We need to bring awareness and let the people know y'all need to wake up, and we need to keep it in their face and keep them conscious of what's going on. And try to remove some of these veils off their eyes and off their minds as well. Because the veil is everywhere, on your eyes and on their minds. And that's why I'm here.
All right, then. Thanks for sharing.
I really agree with everything Copper said. Other than I'm here because I'm in solidarity with the people that are in the community struggling, and I want to help support that. I'm not under the gun the way the black community is, but I can be out here. I can be out here and support them, and that's why I'm here.
Right then. So, what do you think about a fraternal order of police? Shouldn't they be against the wrongdoing of their fellow officers rather than protecting them?
They should be, but they claim to be a union, but they're not a union. They're really an advocacy for stronger police measures. And so anything that they say, they're just covering each other's ass.
All right then. Okay, thanks for sharing.
Just come around. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. Just come around. Come on this side. To the first part, this is hard. This is not a happy moment, but I do celebrate life. Different people have different going home ceremonies. So this is not just one religion, one culture, right? This is just a going home ceremony for our communities because our communities are in trouble. We keep on losing lives to police violence and also vigilante violence. Let's not forget that because that's how Trayvon lost his life. People keep losing lives because they're incarcerated and something happens to them once they're in prison or in jail. We keep losing lives because we have a lower life expectancy rate. It is crazy that a couple, like a zip code away from where they're at in West Baltimore right now, there's a 20% difference in the life expectancy. That ain't right, right? Right. That ain't right? No. That ain't right? That ain't right. We are grateful to be joined by families of those who lost. We have the Davis family here, Lisa Davis. Bridget Anderson is on her way, who was Anthony Hill's girlfriend. And TJ Thomas, is TJ here yet? He should be here soon. What? He's on the way. Thanks, Brandon. Who will be addressing us later at the service, and then we're gonna break bread and have some food, okay? During the service is gonna be a time for you to hear the stories of the families, as well as having that emotional space. Many people have witnessed something in their lives. How many people know somebody who's incarcerated right now? How many people know somebody who died way, way too young and was taken from us? That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. If this is supposed to be the land of the free, I say, who is that land of the free for? Because it's not looking like it is for us. So what's gonna happen is this lot right here is gonna be the first lot to leave, right? We're all following the hearse. We're gonna drive really slow. So we're all taking the time from the hearse. Please be careful, right? Please pay attention. It's really good to have somebody else in your car so that they can watch out for you. They can text folks as well. We'll be driving through. We have the route. Once we get to the church, there'll be ushers there to show us different parking lots. They'll have Oakhurst Baptist Church. Oakhurst Baptist has so welcomely opened their doors to us. They are a space, a lot of people, first of all, this is not just about like being in one religion, one denomination. That's not what we're here for, but they're open. They welcome all denominations. They are a queer safe space as well for folks. And appreciate and have on their webpage, I saw it was like Pride and Black Lives Matter. Just so you know about that, because I know that for some folks, the church has been a place of trauma. I want to give special thanks now to a few people who made this possible as well. Oakhurst Baptist, the families of Anthony Hill, Kevin Davis, and Nick Thomas. They've been really great. I want to thank ATL Raise Up. I want to thank Atlanta people of color because they have been in it. We're going to take, we also have a child care collective, so if you brought children, there will be a place that people are caretakers. The Golden Seed Child Care. We want to thank Henry and June and Jewish Voice Campaign. And obviously we want to thank all of y'all for showing up. So give yourselves a round of applause, some praise, whatever you want to do. We will also have after service for people who need a call. I hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe. Now I'm in the struggle saying I can't leave. Calling out the violence of the racist police. We ain't gonna stop till our people are free. We ain't gonna stop till our people are free. Come on. I can hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe. Now I'm in the struggle saying I can't leave. Calling out the violence of the racist police. We ain't gonna stop till our people are free. We ain't gonna stop till our people are free. Police and black separation happened.
It just puzzles me that.
And when we say, and I want to be very clear, when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean all Black Lives Matter. And when I'm saying that, I mean the trans women of color who were killed beginning of this year. I mean our queer brothers and sisters and people who have been dying just because they're walking down the street. And a lot of that is not just police violence. Those are people. So please call those people out. Call them out. Right? Because none of us are free. If only some of us are free. None of us are free. If only some of us are free. I also want to be grounded in women.
And we just want the story not to die. We want justice for our brothers. And things like that. Visible action. It's uplifting. It gives us hope. We just want some justice that would happen to our brother. Like I said, we miss him. Love him. He didn't deserve what they did to him. Not only did they kill him, they took him from us until he passed away. So we didn't get to his dying moment. That's the whole
No, I'm just gonna get I want to make sure I get all the folks.
25 years old. They said she got out and shot her. So I just want to, now what we want is to release the tape. So we can honor, we want you to take it. I'm downtown. I'm tired.
Black Lives Matter.
Calm down.
Hi, my name is Bridget. My boyfriend was Anthony Hill. He was killed on March 9th by the Cobb County Police Officer Robert Olson. He had a mental illness and he was in the Air Force. He was totally, completely disrobed, naked, and he needed help. And Officer Olson decided to shoot him twice in his chest. We need justice, not only for Anthony, but for these other families out here. Stop killing our sons, stop killing our daughters. Black Lives Matter.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we'll hear more from them later. They're all going to speak. But we are, to be totally transparent, filling some time until the bikers get here. And also just, making sure we are here. So more people have come, and so I'm going to ask this question again. You know what it is? So who needs a ride? Who still needs a ride now? And this is step one, right? So please, when I say meet somebody new that you don't know before, because I'm gonna be very real, especially as activists, and I love y'all, and I'm not saying that we don't go through struggle, I've been through struggle, but we like to keep insular, we like to just talk to each other. So find somebody else, because the purpose of this is to heal, find community, and to organize. This is to organize, because we have to build power. We have to build power block by block. Knock on some doors. Meet your neighbors. Right? We have to organize. We'll be saying something where there's a couple of calls to action that you'll feel throughout the day about what's happening the rest of this weekend, but also what's happening in the future to actually bring some people together and bringing folks together to start making demands. And we want to make actual demands. And there are groups that are doing that already, right? There are groups that are doing it. How many people know about private probation here?
Yes.
Oh, word? All right. Lesson. So, Georgia, at some point, a little while ago, decided that the state would not issue probations anymore. Once that happened, they put the local municipalities to do their probation for all the people that they arrest and put in jail and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, private companies started springing up here for a while. And they still do this even though there's a Supreme Court case that ruled against it. If you did not pay because you were struggling, you would go back to jail. These are the kinds of systems that hang over us. Right? 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 I wanna give props up to the people at 9 to 5 and women on the rise for passing Ban the Box. Right? We are the first southern state to pass that, because that is also a barrier, right? They create systems and little minor things to keep us in jail, even though we are not in a prison, right? Right. They keep us confined to our homes because we are afraid to walk down the street. Right. They keep us confined to our homes because we cannot pay for MARTA, or we can't pay to buy a car, or we can't pay to fill up our cars with gas.
Yes.
They keep us confined. I'm gonna pass it over to my sister, Shannon. We're gonna also do with some blessings.
I just have one question for you today. We started this movement saying Black Lives Matter. And then they turned it to All Lives Matter. And yes, we know all lives matter. All lives matter. But I want you to answer this question. If Black Lives Matter, would we be here right now? No. If Black Lives Matter, would this be going on now? No. If Black Lives Matter, would Baltimore be in flames? No. If Black Lives Matter, would Ferguson have went up in flames? No. So when you call out, all lives matter, please remember who is dying in the streets. Please remember whose communities are being torn down. All lives
really just had to hit it. And I just actually want to offer a real moment of collective healing. Can I get everybody to get in a single circle, hand by hand? One big collective circle. And I'm going to ask the families of the people who have been brutalized in the system to stand in the center of this circle for us. That it is our job as community to hold each other, to protect each other, to be in the healing of each other. I came out here today because I was told that this is a space for us to be in a collective mourning, be in the collective grief that this system puts down upon our hearts, upon our souls. Our people over here on the left, if you could join this circle, I want to create one big energy field. Just one. Okay. One. People on the left, we need your help to close this circle. We need your help to unify the people, to unify the power of us all collectively. That we're out here because we're mad, that we're hurt, we're tired of watching this injustice on TV, we're tired of living this injustice. Our people up on the hill, can you all come down and help us close this circle for us? I'm not going to start this until we've closed this circle of people. To the families, I am so thankful that you all are here. Oftentimes we've been in the streets for this struggle, and we're operating purely out of our own rage for what we see. And I want this body of people to ground into the reality of your grief. The reality that we are taking people's brothers and sisters away from them with this system of criminalization, with this system of state violence. It is through us being a collective family that we will hold each other in that grief and in that pain, and that we will find the strength necessary to be a massive system. This system is bigger than this circle, but this is who is here today that said that they are willing to stand in the awesome grief of this system. Face it. Tell it what must change and why. We are here to support the families, the people who are living this injustice every single day. I've had a taser to my chest at the hands of the state. I feared for my life, and I stand here because I should have never gone through it. These families should have never gone through it. And the only way that we are going to fix it is if we will hold each other's hands, close the circle of people, bond our energy together, bond our rage, bond our grief. We have to fully unite. Fully unite. Everyone that is feeling the pain in your heart is not standing here with us, but I want you to think on them. Think on the brothers and sisters whose names never get named. Think on the brothers and sisters who we don't even hear their story when we say every 8 hours. Every 8 hours our government is taking one of our family members. That's right. Every 8 hours someone is losing a brother. Someone is losing a mother. Someone is losing a son. I came here to be in full expression of my grief. I want you to cry today. If you feel like crying, let it out. Because this is our healing space. Our justice space is downtown. Today we build our power together so that we can take it to the people who are killing our brothers and sisters. You love on each other today. As we pass people on our journey, you send them love, light, and healing because we are suffering under a beast of a system. It's not a new system. Black lives have never mattered on this soil. As long as we have walked it, they have thought that we were disposable. Us standing Grieve today, people. Grieve, because when you feel the grief, you will have the power you need to take it, to change. I didn't come out here just to talk about all the layers of system. I came out here to be in the grief. My people are dying. And I am tired of my people dying. I'm tired of my government killing people all over this earth. That we have the power, Americans. We have the power to shut down the grief of this system. And we will do it with collective love. We will do it by holding each other's hand, by holding each other's heart, by holding each other's tears. Feel the power roll through this group. Feel it. This is all we have right now. There are 5.5 million people in this control. More of us are out there. We gotta get bigger. You gotta show stronger!
That's right.
I stopped at the bank on the way. I told him where I was going. He said, I ain't hear nothing about it. We gotta fix that. That's right. We gotta fix that. How many people did you tell to be here to grieve with you? Go back today. Take the power of this moment. Fuse it into every human being that you see. Tell them it is time for change. It is time for us to come together, get out of our silos, get out of our cliques, get out of our class stratus. Get into the real grief so that we can do some real work. Because we really gotta save some lives with this people. The work we do together is to save lives. We say Black Lives Matter because we want to make sure they matter. Keeping eyes on the prize and holding on. Holding on. Do it again. The one thing we did right was the day we decided to fight. Keeping eyes on the prize and holding on. Holding on. Come on, y'all, louder. The one thing we did right was the day we decided to fight. Keeping eyes on the prize and holding on. Holding on. We've all been to funerals. We've all been to funerals, right? I don't know about y'all, but in the black church, we like to celebrate at a funeral. You see me in my white because I know that while God might call me home, before you all think it's time, it's always in God's time that our people are going home. These individuals and their families have been called into an awesome task to carry the blood sacrifice of this movement. Do you all hear me? These families have carried the blood sacrifice of our freedom. And for that today, we will get in these streets and we will get to Decatur and we will celebrate their lives. We tell them thank you for bringing your family into this world. We are sorry that this society is so fucked up that it'll take your family before it's their time. I apologize for my words, but I'm mad it's not. I've been fighting this system for almost 20 years. I've been begging them to stop killing my people, and every time another body drops, my soul crashes further and further. But we ain't gonna stop. We was here before they dropped, and we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna continue to make sure that this system holds your family up, that they are held accountable for what they have done. That they're held accountable for the pain that we all walk with. We thank you for your family. And I thank you, soldiers, as we get ready to go on up this road, that you celebrate life. Celebrate life today. Take your grief, take your pain, and let's use it to organize.